This is the Group 1 Coronation Cup over a mile and a half. Emily Upjohn was a narrow favourite from Westover and Point Lonsdale.
Richard will be so important.
Yeah, and who takes the race by the scruff of the neck early could be crucial. Sometimes when there's no pace, two or three of them will have the same idea as Point Lonsdale moves forward. I must admit, I did wonder after Chester whether we'd see him in some sort of headgear, but that's not the case. He is up in trip and he moves forward for Ryan Moore. 5 runners for the Dalbury Coronation Cup Group 1 contest, mile and a half. And they jump out. Point Lonsdale is pushed forward by his rider Ryan Moore in the early strides, and all of the other runners appear happy enough. Point Lonsdale will do his normal lethargic thing out in front, it would appear, from Westover in second, just looking for a bit of cover, with Tunnes towards the outside. Emily Upjohn is the one who's happy to sit right at the back, and now moving forward is Hurricane Lane. So as they climb the hill through the first 2 furlongs, it's Point Lonsdale narrowly flanked by Tunnes on the far side, and Hurricane Lane, who continues to move closer and will now dispute the lead. Westover has some cover now in 4th place as Hurricane Lane just moves towards the inside, and Emily Upjohn is last of all. So climbing the hill, they have taken their time through the first couple of furlongs. Point Lonsdale and Hurricane Lane are the first 2. Tunnes towards the outside in the red sleeves. Westover has settled pretty well for him. That's the horse in the pink cap. Juddmonte Silks of green and pink, and Emily Upjohn is last of all. So they just about now arrived at the highest point of the racecourse, that punishing climb through the first half mile behind them. Hurricane Lane with Point Lonsdale, who's travelled more fluently this afternoon, sitting alongside the leader. In 3rd place, Westover on the inside of Tunnes, and last of all is Emily Upjohn. So now they'll begin the turn. We'll carry them down shortly towards Tattenham Corner. Hurricane Lane leading by a neck. Point Lonsdale in 2nd place, horse with the white face. Tempo no more than steady at the moment. Westover in 3rd place, Tunnes in 4th, and Emily Upjohn continues to watch on from the back of the field as they're now making their way downhill, making the descent towards Tattenham Corner and approaching the final 5 furlongs at the Dalbury Coronation Cup. Hurricane Lane and William Buick, Ryan Moore and Point Lonsdale forming a little wall in front of Westover and Tunnes, who still travels strongly, and then Emily Upjohn as they now make the turn and begin the move into the home straight. It's Hurricane Lane who'll turn for home first in the Coronation Cup by a head or so from Point Lonsdale. Tunnes and Westover just looking to angle out underneath. Tunnes has got room to operate, and now Emily Upjohn is asked as well. Westover moving alongside Point Lonsdale. Emily Upjohn gathers a head of steam towards the outside, and Frankie Dettori has come from last to first. Emily Upjohn strikes 2 furlongs out. Westover at the moment has a length and a half to find. Point Lonsdale, Hurricane Lane and Tunnes have dropped away, but it's Emily Upjohn as Westover just hangs towards the running rail as they enter the final furlong, and Emily Upjohn 3 lengths clear now from Westover in 2nd place. Weak in the market, strong in the race. Emily Upjohn, Frankie Dettori, another Coronation Cup. She came from last to first, Westover in 2nd, Point Lonsdale, Hurricane Lane and Tunnes. Well, Emily Upjohn unlucky in the Oaks.
Emily Upjohn wins, the only mare in the field, and a superb ride from Frankie Dettori. Really did catch Hornby napping on Westover. The connections are already talking about the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe as well. This was her first start for 2023. She's nominated for the Prince of Wales Stakes and the Hardwick Stakes at Royal Ascot's. That's 3 weeks away, as well as the Eclipse and, as mentioned, the Arc. The runner-up, Westover, is also nominated for the Hardwick Stakes, the Eclipse and the Irish St Leger, as well as the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. You definitely should have finished a little closer today. Check the odds, pick a winner.
Point Lonsdale, who ran well but again had no answers when these 2 went away, and the key point, I suppose, in a quality field is the 2 put daylight between themselves and their rivals. Another Coronation Cup for Frankie Dettori in his final year. Just run on for 4th because Tunnes looks as if he has just nutted Hurricane Lane from 4th.
Exactly like you said before the race, they could not go potentially much tempo here, so who is the quickest? It's Emily Upjohn. You answered your own question. There was a bit of a betting drift beforehand, but she quickly put that to bed and has shown us again how brilliant she is.
She was travelling supremely well. Frankie rode her with supreme confidence, and she just opened up on the field and eased down going to the line. But big year ahead for Westover as well, and he
Let's go, Brandon.
Go, Brandon. I agree. Where's your home?